Xian Ni, also known as Renegade Immortal, has always been a story of power struggles, fate, and hidden legends. But few fans expected the shocking truth revealed on Suzaku Star. 5 hidden titans exist in the shadows, and any one of them could defeat the almighty Zhuquezi. These aren't just high-level cultivators. They are monsters in human form, ancient beings and twisted legacies. And in the end, the last of them didn't just surpass Zhuquezi, he forced him into death. The chaos truly ignited when the immortal relics officially declared war on the Suzaku kingdom. The war wasn't just a clash between 2 powers, it was the breaking point of balance on Suzaku Star. The ancestor of the immortal relics, a terrifying 11-leaf spellcaster, made the ultimate sacrifice, giving up his life to shatter the seal that bound their power. Of course, Zhuquezi wasn't someone to be taken lightly. Known for his cruel decisiveness and terrifying strength, he wasn't going to simply sit and watch. To suppress the immortal relics rebellion, Zhuquezi targeted one of the most powerful and dangerous tools, the soul-honoring banner of the soul refining sect. This wasn't a random move, it was a direct strategy to counterbalance the unleashed chaos. Yet even so, his desperation hinted at something deeper. He knew he wasn't the strongest on this star, because hidden across Suzaku Star were 5 shocking figures. And not just cultivators stronger than Zhuquezi, but beings who had, in one way or another, already changed the destiny of this world. Let's start with the first and most unexpected, Situ Nan. Situ Nan, once the 2nd-generation Suzaku, held more authority and knowledge than anyone realized. But his tale was marred by betrayal. Attacked by the 3rd-generation Suzaku, Situ Nan was believed to be dead. In reality, he had merely gone into hiding, concealed within the Tianashu, completely unnoticed by the world. Zhuquezi had long since dismissed Situ Nan from his thoughts, thinking the old man perished in history. But he was wrong, dead wrong. Not only did Situ Nan survive, he later possessed Huang Lin, turning the tables in a way no one saw coming. When he finally revealed himself and furiously shouted at Zhuquezi to get out, the terrifying old cultivator, Zhuquezi himself, was so shaken he nearly died from fear on the spot. That's the level of dread Situ Nan commanded. Then comes Tuosen, the 2nd hidden boss, an ancient beast from the land of the ancient gods. In terms of sheer strength, Tuosen and Zhuquezi aren't even on the same level. The only reason Tuosen hasn't crushed Zhuquezi already is because he's still bound within the ancient godland. But make no mistake, if Tuosen were free to act, even a single casual strike would be enough to kill Zhuquezi outright. Tuosen's obsession, however, isn't war. It's Huang Lin, the inheritor of the ancient god power. Tuosen hunted Huang Lin for 1,000 years after escaping the ancient godland. Their relationship was a bitter one, filled with animosity and pursuit. But even that long-standing hatred was eventually resolved. Huang Lin, in an act of surprising grace, returned the inheritance of the ancient god Tuosen back to Tuosen. Their grudge faded, but Tuosen's strength remained absolute. Now the 3rd shock comes in the form of someone no one expected, Liu Mei. Liu Mei is Zhuquezi's own disciple, so how could she be stronger than him? The answer lies in her secret identity. The Liu Mei that the world knows is not her true form. In fact, she's merely a clone. The original body is Mo Mei, a terrifying powerhouse and a saint of the Kungshu Holy Land, a 9th-level cultivation nation in the Alliance Star domain. Mo Mei is not just a respected figure, she is a being whose strength has reached the 2nd step of Shattered Nirvana. In other words, far beyond anything Zhuquezi can match. It's tragic, though. Liu Mei, the clone, never even knew she wasn't the original. She lived, loved, and suffered, all without knowing the truth. And with Huang Lin, she even bore a resentful child, only to ultimately die by his hand. But let's be clear, if Mo Mei's true self took action, she could obliterate Zhuquezi with little effort. Next, we have the 4th hidden powerhouse, someone who played the role of a quiet sect leader, Huang Long Zhenren, head of the Hengyue sect. But behind the scenes, Huang Long Zhenren was never who he claimed to be. His true identity is Liu Yun, the 5th generation of the legendary Four Saints sect. His strength? Reaching the terrifying level known as the 3rd decline of heaven and man. In Zhuquezi's eyes, that makes him an untouchable giant. But if he was so powerful, why did he seemingly die in battle when Punanzi attacked Hengyu's sect? The truth is chilling. It was all an act. Huang Long Zhenren faked his own death, hiding his identity, avoiding attention, and waiting. This wasn't cowardice. It was strategy. Because to expose his power would have triggered consequences far worse than temporary defeat. And finally, we come to the fifth and most mysterious boss, Mo Zhi. This enigmatic figure once discussed the Tao with Wang Lin on a rainy night. At the time, Wang Lin sensed something different about Mo Zhi, something unplaceable. He couldn't see through his cultivation level at all. Mo Zhi just felt beyond comprehension. Later, as the war between Suzaku country and the immortal relics escalated into a full-scale catastrophe, Mo Zhi revealed his true identity, the official messenger of Suzaku Star from the Cultivation Alliance. But even that role was only part of the truth. His deeper identity? He was a disciple of Tianyunzi, one of the most revered names in all cultivation. As the war neared its climax, Zhuquezi, driven to desperation, attempted to detonate the crystal of the Cultivation Star, aiming to go down in flames alongside the immortal relics. But at the last moment, Mo Zhi stepped in, his power undeniable. He didn't just stop Zhuquezi, he let the man sit and die, offering no more resistance. In that moment, it was clear, Mo Zhi's strength was far above Zhuquezi's. So when we look at Zhuque Star, we no longer see a land ruled by a single tyrant. We see a powder keg filled with titans who chose not to fight until the time was right. 5 hidden powerhouses, 5 legends in the shadows, each one in their own way capable of beating, threatening, or even destroying Zhuquezi. And in the end, it wasn't a dramatic clash of power that ended his reign. It was pressure, it was fear, it was inevitability. The strongest man in the Suzaku kingdom, forced to death by forces far greater than himself. This is the true story behind the fall of Zhuquezi and the hidden monsters that walk silently on Suzaku Star. And that wraps up the hidden truth behind Zhuquezi's downfall. A tale not of one man's failure, but of 5 silent giants who had already sealed his fate. If you enjoyed diving deep into the world of Renegade Immortal and uncovering the real powers behind Suzaku Star, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment in the cultivation world. What do you think about these hidden bosses? Who do you think is the most dangerous of them all? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk theories, favorites, and the future of this incredible Donghua. Until next time, keep your spirit stones charged and your soul flames burning. This is your channel name, signing off.